Hi folks, next up on our classic Cornish made curries is the famous chicken Tikka Masala made our way. You're going to enjoy it, got some exciting flavours, some wonderful fresh ingredients. So let's get cooking. Right, we've added the onions to the pot. The next most important component in our curry is the fresh garlic. For this curry we're using about a bulb and a half of finely chopped garlic, which you're going to add to our pot. Okay, the next most important component in our curry is fresh ginger. We're using about 100 grams of fresh ginger here, which we don't peel, we just wash it. I believe the skin gives us a better flavour to the curry and it gives us a beautiful texture, which is most important when you're making a fresh curry. So we're going to add this now to our pot of onions and garlic. Right, another very important component in the curry, every component depends on each other, is the oil. Now we use sunflower oil. I like to use sunflower oil because it's a very clean taste and it doesn't interfere with any of the flavours, but in fact gives us a beautiful texture to the curry. So into this pot with the onions, the garlic and the ginger, we're going to add about half a cup of sunflower oil. Okay, we've got our onions, our garlic and our ginger simmering away in the oil. Very important, I believe, is the use of salt at this stage. This will help break down the fibres in the root vegetables that we've got in the pot so far. And I like to believe that we should season as we go along and we'll know it's right all the way through the cooking process. I always encourage it. So any type of salt, we like to use sea salt, this is rock salt in fact. So we're going to add a couple of small pinches. I'm going to stir that and then we're going to put the lid on and leave it for the next stage. Okay, our onions, garlic and ginger have simmered away beautifully. We've got the right colour, the right texture, slightly caramelised, gives us a beautiful flavour. Now we're going to add our first spice. This is a bit more of a sophisticated curry, and that's evident when you taste it. And our first spice we're going to add is Tikka Masala. It's a mixed spice, very pungent, quite strong flavours. So we're going to add a couple of heaped tablespoons of Tikka Masala powder, and we're going to stir that through to cook that out, which will only take a couple of minutes. Next up for this dish is a warm aromatic spice, paprika. I use it for a lot of different dishes. Beautiful in a tikka masala, gives a lovely gentle flavour, plus, more importantly, we're looking for some extra colour that this natural spice will give us. So I'm going to put 1 heaped teaspoon of paprika in our sauce and stir that through and let that cook out for a minute or so. Most important, cooking out the powders, prevents them from becoming grainy, gives you a smoother, more delicious sauce. Okay, next up is where you can use garam masala, which is a mixed blend of spices. Well, we've developed our own blend of spices, which we call the magic mix, and this is ideally suited for this particular curry. And we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the magic mix into our fried onions and stir that through. And once again, let that cook for a few moments. Our spices and onions have fried themselves away beautifully, they've cooked out, it's looking and smelling totally delicious. It's just a shame we haven't got smell-o-vision, folks, that's coming soon. We're going to add now some fresh yoghurt. Natural plain yoghurt will be absolutely fine. It can be low fat, full fat, whatever turns you on. And we're going to put about half a tub of the yoghurt and stir that through and let that cook out for a few moments. Things are looking really good now. We need to add a little bit of water to this mixture because the evaporation process has reduced the liquid content, and all the spices and herbs have done their part. So we need to add some fresh water, about half a cup or two. Stir that through. You'll see the texture of the sauce change. Thins it out, makes it more pliable, and of course makes your sauce go a little bit further. And we're just going to let that cook for a few more minutes, and then we're going to add the magic ingredients for a tikka masala. Okay, tikka masala's got a lovely fruity flavour, and the addition of tomato is going to help that. So we're going to add some tomato puree, about half of a 200 gram tube of concentrated tomato puree. We're going to stir that through, keep it on the simmer, keep it cooking all the time, keep it stirred. We're going to add a little bit of salt for seasoning, and a little bit more water just to get the right consistency. Keep stirring all the time. Look at those colours, fantastic. No artificial flavours, no artificial colours, no enemas, no preservatives. No rubbish made out of a factory. The sauce is coming along beautifully. Texture, colour looks absolutely first class. We're going to add some more ingredients now. This is a bit of a sophisticated dish, but the recipe's online, of course, and you can pick up further information on our website. So we're going to add some fennel seeds. We enjoy fennel seeds in a curry, give a delicious natural sweetness. Stir those through. We're going to add a good pinch or handful of fenugreek or methi leaves. They also give us a beautiful flavour to a curry. What the leaves tend to do, as with the powder, they tend to soak up the liquid a little bit. So again, we're going to check this with a little bit of water and stir that through. Now then, there's a magical ingredient. Well, it's not really a magical ingredient, but we think it does wonderful, wonderful things to a tikka masala that we discovered some years ago. And we're going to add the simple tomato ketchup, believe it or not. And what you want to add to this is about a third of a bottle. It looks quite crude, but that's all you need to do. And stir that through. It gives us a beautiful tang and a lovely tomato finish to the sauce. Keep stirring. It's looking very, very good. Smells delicious. And then we're going to add our fillet chicken breast, about 100 grams per person. That's half a kilo of chicken. Stir that through. Let that cook. And of course, once your chicken is cooked and your sauce is ready and the whole thing's finished, we can cool this down, chill it down, store it in the fridge, freeze it in containers ready for you to use at your convenience. And that's the beautiful thing about making this sort of volume of curry, 6 to 8 people. If you've got a dinner party for 6 or 8 people, this is ready to go. Otherwise, if it's for yourself a little bit later on, freeze it down and use it when you're ready. Totally ideal. Okay, chicken silk sauce is looking absolutely first rate. We're now going to dress the curry and finish it with chopped coriander, chopped spring onion, which we really enjoy in a curry. Give that a stir. Looking great. We're going to then put this in our serving balti dish, and that'll be the finished article. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, there you have it, folks. Our classic chicken tikka masala made the Cornish way. I hope you've enjoyed it. Recipes are online at www.thelittlecornishcurrycompany.com. Thank you for your company.